Hello and welcome to The Daily. It is Thursday, May 16th. I'm Andrew Wiebe. Next to me, of course, the incomparable Simon Borg. And Simon, a little Wednesday night action for all the MLS fans out there last night. The Philadelphia Union hosting the LA Galaxy. Remember, the Galaxy lost in Vancouver before this one. It was not the same game. LA gets that first goal as Zach McMath. Well, a shocker, we should say. Amobi Akugo gets the second, and then the onslaught begins. Landon Donovan, the big story in this one, a goal and 2 assists to lead LA.
Well, the Philadelphia gave it all they had in that first half. It was a fun game to watch. When these two teams meet, they always give us a good game. So Philadelphia throws everything they have at the Galaxy. They have nothing left in the tank in the second half, and then Donovan and Keane go at it. Donovan moves to forward to partner with Keane. That's the big difference. That partnership does wonders. But when the game was close, I don't think Donovan was that effective. I saw a lot of giveaways. I saw Ray Gaddis having his way with Donovan. So look, he ends up getting the production at the end, but by then the game was wide open. Philly were done.
Yeah, certainly LA will take the 3 points. What they're not happy about, however, is their US Open Cup draw for the third round. Bruce Arena, speaking after the match, said it is ridiculous that LA will have to travel to Carolina for the second straight year. Speaking of domestic cups, however, the first leg of the Amway Canadian Championship went down in Montreal last night. Not a lot to speak of from this one, Simon. A 0-0 draw. They'll head back to Vancouver for that second leg, all even.
Well, the reason it's 0-0, Vancouver only shows up with one attacker. They only went to Montreal to defend. They stated it afterward. Don't give up goals. They played Nigel Reo-Coker, who's an excellent offensive force. He was at right back. They played a central defender at midfield, Brad Rusin. So that's a left back, Alain Rochat at left mid. So it just shows you what kind of lineup they put out there. I don't agree with Martin Rennie of Vancouver that you can go from one game to another and switch mentalities. Even players on the team themselves, on Vancouver, said they were surprised at the lineup. I think Vancouver's not in as good a position they think they're in. Montreal on the road. The expert players they have, I think they can get goals at BC Place.
Certainly that counter-attacking style will lend itself to that. Of course, no road goals in this one, so any road goal Montreal scores will be huge. You can catch all the coverage of both those matches on MLSsoccer.com. Well, Simon, it is a huge Thursday in the U.S. soccer community. These are always big when the rosters come out. U.S. Soccer and Jurgen Klinsmann expected to announce their roster for the Belgium and Germany friendlies, as well as those World Cup qualifiers coming up later today. But we got a little hint yesterday about who might be on this squad.
One name that came out, Steve Goff, Washington Post, saying he's hearing Bill Hamid, who was benched by DC United just last weekend. He will be in camp. Now, I know they're going to play at RFK Stadium against Germany, but I don't think you can't call up a backup goalkeeper. It's just not possible. But goalkeeper is going to be an interesting question. I think forward is going to be an interesting question. Eddie Johnson, Chris Wondolowski, are they battling for a spot? Then in defense, Matt Beasler just coming off an injury. Will he be called in? I think we can be certain, though, Graham Zusi is probably going to be there.
Yeah, another question mark for all those out there. Josie Altidore, what role will he play? You saw some back and forth with Azed and Jurgen Klinsmann earlier this month about whether or not he would be released early. Check MLSsoccer.com for that full roster later today, and make sure you gear up to that May 29th match in Cleveland against Belgium. Well, David Beckham's on-field legacy is coming to a close. Reports out of France this morning that he will hang up his boots after winning 2 titles in 6 months with the LA Galaxy and PSG. Huge news for those that were a fan of his in MLS, but on the LA Galaxy's front, they were still looking to fill that third DP slot that he vacated. Frank Lampard, the odds-on favorite for that one, the rumors swirling around him. But after Chelsea's Europa League triumph yesterday, he has re-upped and signed a 1-year deal with Chelsea. Simon, what does this mean for the Galaxy's search?
You know, I think for Lampard, this might mean his MLS dreams are over, because the guy turns 35 in the summer. So if he thinks he's going to show up a year from now when he's about to turn 36, and maybe he wants a multi-year deal at that point, I think he's kidding himself, because the LA Galaxy, while he's a great player, and this year he would have served the Galaxy well in that Marcelo Sarva spot, two-way midfielder, great passing, great shot from outside, I think the Galaxy are going to find a way to live life without him. And then next year, I don't think they're going to need him. They're not going to need a player of his age. Now, I might be wrong, and he's the fountain of youth, finds the fountain of youth at 36. but I think it's unlikely.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments section below. What will LA do with that third DP slot? Some more stuff on the site today. Referee Week continues on. Paul Tamburino, former MLS Referee of the Year, will join Simon and I on ETR. We'll get into all the old war stories. Definitely something you want to catch on iTunes, Buzzsprout, and Stitcher Radio. That's all we have here on The Daily on Thursday. Join us again on Friday.